Do you ever get confused when people start talking about on one, on two, and the timing they dance salsa to? You ever wonder how many timings actually exist? Today, I want to open your minds to the rich topic of salsa musicality and all the possibilities you never knew existed. So that you stop thinking so right or wrong, black or white about music, and just be more open to what can exist and give it a try for yourself. Okay, so let's start with on one because it's the timing that most people have heard about, they're most familiar with it. It's the timing that's most danced around the world, especially in Latin America. But there is another timing that people dance to in Latin America, which we'll talk to in a minute. So, on one timing looks like this in the salsa basic. Breaking forward on one, breaking back on five. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, back on one, back on five, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's show it with some music. So I'm using the salsa beat machine here, 150 beats per minute, and we'll just use some simple instruments. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So there we go. That's dancing on one. Now I want to cover two terms. They're Spanish terms that are really going to help you understand musicality and help you talk about salsa timing. So the first one is a tiempo, and the second word is contratiempo. So a tiempo basically means you're dancing or accenting the strong beats, which are 1, 3, 5, 7, often emphasized by the cowbell, ding, 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 ding. So that's dancing a tiempo. So if the majority of your 6 steps in your basic are emphasizing those 4 strong beats, 1, 3, 5, 7, that means you're dancing a tiempo. Now, on the other hand, we have contratiempo, which basically means the offbeat, or if we think about it more like the weaker beats, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if the majority of the steps in your salsa basic are emphasizing those weaker beats, 2, 4, 6, 8, you're dancing contratiempo. Now, this is going to help us a lot because we're going into on two now, and there's various ways to dance on two, so those words are going to help out. So the first way to dance on two that we're going to talk about is the original son timing, which was 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So that is contratiempo and focusing on connecting with the conga. So what that would look like in a basic would be this. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Breaking forward on 2, back on 6. And that connects with the conga. So you're going to connect with the slaps of the conga on your break step, ba, ba. And you're also going to connect with that the double tone, gung gung, in the middle, or like that home position. So it's going to be ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung. And your foot is landing on the first gung of the gung gung. Okay, so ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung. Let's show it with some music. So I'm going to turn off the cowbell. Just use clave, bass, and the congas, 150 beats per minute. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So that's dancing onto contratiempo to the conga. Now next, let's quickly cover cha-cha-cha because it's this exact same thing, but you're just adding a triple step on those tones of the conga. So we had 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All we're going to do in the middle is add a triple step. So it's going to be 2, 3, triple step, 6, 7, triple step, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So let's do it just with the conga so you can hear how that works. So just contratiempo would be boom boom ba, 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 boom boom ba. Cha 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 would be, here we go. Do do ga, cha cha, cha cha. Cha-cha, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Now, this was the salsa beat machine. Cha-cha music is slower, so it's going to feel like 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, nice and smooth. So that's cha-cha-cha, dance contratiempo on 2 with the conga. So there's another way to dance on 2, and it's not contratiempo, it's a tiempo. And this is the timing that Eddie Torres popularized. So there's a lot of people around the world that dance this way. And on our online lessons, this is how we're teaching all of our on-2 lessons, to on-2 a tiempo. So basically, this is combining how you connect to the conga. So you're gonna break on 2 and 6, which is to the slaps of the conga. But your other steps are emphasizing the strong beats, 1, 3, 5, 7, with the cowbell. So it's kind of like a hybrid of the best of the conga and the best of the strong beats. So a bit of both. And so it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So let's do it with the salsa beat machine now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So that's dancing onto a tiempo. So how is that different than contratiempo? I just want to emphasize the conga here for a second. So when you're dancing onto contratiempo, you're connecting with the conga, right? Ka, gung gung ka, gung gung ka, gung gung ka, gung gung ka, gung gung. You're stepping on the gung gung. And so when you're dancing a tiempo, you're skipping the gung gung. So, pa, gung gung, contratiempo, dung, gung gung, pa, gung gung, ba, gung gung, dancing a tiempo, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung. That's the difference in terms of the conga. Now, there's another timing that people talk about that is less common. I don't really see it taught, but regardless, people on the internet, people I've heard in person talk about it. So this is syncopated on 2, and what that basically means is you're not stepping on the gung gung like you would normally on Contratiempo, and you're not skipping the gung gung like you would dancing onto a tiempo. You're doing it in the middle. So you're stepping on the second tone of the gung gung. You're stepping not here, you're stepping there. So it looks like this. 2, 3, gung gung. 6, 7, gung gung. So it's 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8, and 2, 3, gung gung. 6, 7, gung gung. 2, 3, gung gung. 6, 7, gung gung. So I don't really see this taught too much, and I think typically what happens is people are either trying to dance contratiempo, exactly with the conga, or a tiempo, and they kind of step right in the middle of those two. It's not wrong, it's just another way to dance. Now let's talk about dancing on clave. And I was exchanging some WhatsApp messages with Tito Hortos, and basically what he was telling me was before they talked about dancing onto in Puerto Rico, they were talking about connecting with the clave, so dancing on clave. So what does that mean specifically in Puerto Rico and salsa history was that they were breaking forward on the 2 side of the clave, but they were still dancing contratiempo to the conga. So they're still dancing 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, ba, gung gung, ba, gung gung, but they align this forward break with the 2 side of the clave. So what that means is if it's a 2-3 clave, they're stepping forward on 2, and if it's a 3-2 clave, they're stepping forward on 6. So basically you just want to listen to the clave, ba, 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 identify the 2 sides, so the ba, ba, and break forward on that, okay? But you're still dancing 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So it would be ba, 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 4, 6, 7, 8, ba, ba, 4, 6, 7, 8, ba, ba, 4, 6, 7, 8. Or if it was a 3-2 clave, that would be your 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4. So that would be dancing on clave in Puerto Rico. Before they're talking about dancing on 2, it would look like this. Firstly, just with the clave to identify the 2 side, ba, 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 2 side. I'll add the conga so you can find the timing. Ba, ba. What happened there? Here we go. Doom, 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 ba, ba, doom, 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 doom. Ba, ba, dun, 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 ba, ba, dun, dun, ba, ba, dun, dun. So that's what dancing on clave in Puerto Rico means. Now, there's also another way to connect with the clave, and that's trying to connect with as many strikes of the clave as possible. So if we talk about a 2-3 clave, the strikes of the clave are happening on 2, 3, 5, 6.5, so the and between 6 and 7, 6.5, and 8. 2, 3, 5, 6.5, 8. So the idea is to align our steps with as many strikes of the clave as possible. So what we're going to do is this. 2, 3, 5. We're just going to step on 6, and then we're going to go 6.5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 6, 6.5, 8. 2, 3, 5, 6, 6.5, 8. Ba, 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 ba. With the clave. Ba, 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 ba. Now, there is another interpretation that I've heard before, and it's just slightly changing the last steps. So instead of ba, 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 you're going to use your back break and you're going to step on that 6.5. 2, 3, 5, 6.5, so that's a clave strike. 7, not a clave strike. 8, clave strike. So it would be 2, 3, 5, 6.5, 7, 8. Ba, 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 ba. I don't like that as much as the first one I showed you, because in the first one I showed you, we are breaking forward on 2 and we're breaking back on 6, which maintains that nice on-2 rhythm, and the second one doesn't, so I prefer the first. So here's where things get a little bit different, and I'm going to open up your mind a little bit. Have you ever heard of dancing on 3? Maybe, maybe not. So I'm going to quickly explain how this happens, why it happens, what the counts are. Okay? So if you were to dance on 3, it's going to feel very similar to dancing on 1. But the counts would be like this. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. So how does this happen? Why do people dance this way? Let's get into it. So I want you to tell me, what timing am I dancing on? What do you think? On 1, on 2, on 3, what was it? The answer is you can't tell. You know it's a tiempo because you're dancing 1, 3, 5, 7, so you're emphasizing the cowbell, 1, 3, 5, 7, but there's nothing to tell you where the 1 was. So am I dancing on 1? Am I dancing on 3? That's the point. People who end up dancing on 3 are just connecting to what they hear in the music. They might not know what timing they're dancing on, and that's totally okay. Musical interpretation is up to the dancer. And so if we add the piano, which is, the cowbell, for example, is a symmetrical rhythm. It doesn't change. There's nothing different in the beginning or different in the end. But if we add the piano, it tells us where the 1 is. 1. So if I want to dance on 1, I come in with the piano. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Or I can dance on 3. 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5. So as you notice, whether you're dancing on 1 or on 3, the cowbell is happening at the same point in your basic. So it's happening here, cowbell, 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 cowbell. Ding, 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 ding. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Or 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. And that's why a lot of people who are trying to dance on 1, maybe they're learning, maybe they're beginners, they're in salsa class, they go off time and they start dancing on 3. It's because they hear the cowbell. So if you're trying to dance on 1 and you're dancing on 3, sure, that's a mistake. But if you're not trying to dance on a specific time and you dance on 3, that's totally fine. So you'll definitely see a lot of Latinos if you come down to Latin America. They've never done a dance class in their life, but they grew up doing parties in their house, their aunts and uncles, and dancing. And so a lot of them will end up just dancing on 3 because they connect with that cowbell. And so there you go. It's not wrong, it's just different, and you can try dancing on 3 with your partners if you want. And lastly, we have dancing on 4. So if on 3 didn't surprise you, on 4 is probably going to surprise you because this is the last timing that I'd ever heard of. And as you can imagine, similar to on 2, it uses Contratiempo. And what Tito Ortos told me was this is what a lot of the old timers would dance to, or they'd end up dancing on 4 because what they were listening to was the bass, the bajo. And that really emphasizes the 4 and the 8. And so they ended up dancing Contratiempo, but they started breaking on the 4 and the 8 to emphasize the bass. So if we just listen to the bass here for a moment.
2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8.
So if I was dancing Contratiempo to the conga, or how I explained before, it would look like this.
6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2. But
similar with dancing on 1 and on 3 to the cowbell, the same thing can happen with the bass.
8, 2, 4, 6.
So the bass is emphasizing 2,
4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8.
But I can shift my steps to break on 4 and on 8.
4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2,
4,
6,
8, 2,
4, 6,
8,
2,
4,
6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4.
And there you have it. So music, musicality, interpreting music is as diverse as you can only imagine. You can really interpret music in any way you want. So there you have it. You can dance on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Sure, on 3 and on 4 aren't really taught these days. People are focusing on 1 and on 2, a tiempo and contratiempo. But there's a lot of ways to interpret the music, and you can try dancing on 3 and on 4 just as an exercise in musicality, to open your mind, to try something different. But the main goal of this was to show you guys, to show everyone on YouTube that there's not necessarily a right and a wrong. There's lots of ways to interpret music, and that kind of changes throughout time as well. And yeah, so basically I want to give this idea to you, or this thought, this new concept, so that you stop thinking so right or wrong, black or white about music and what's right or wrong, and just be more open to what can exist, and give it a try for yourself. So if you like this topic, if you thought this was interesting, blew your mind, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, also write those down in the comments below. If you want to know anything more about Dance Dojo, what we teach, how to dance salsa, looking for progressive lessons, we have online courses, and you can check those out at thedancedojo.com. There'll be a link in the description below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that link below as well. So that'd be at @thedancedojo or at Robin Campbell without the I. And thanks so much, guys. It's great to be back on YouTube and making videos for you. Let me know what you want to learn, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.